describe what a lift that was that Alvarez gave you?
Yeah, I mean, huge, big hit right there. But obviously we're talking about that one in the 8th, but man, like overall, that Nim 3-run homer just to tie the game, but just the at-bats once you get down 6-1. But the guys battled back, and 2 big swings right there by Nim, and obviously the one from Alvi needed that one.
Peterson, just how deflating is that for him to go out there and give you that?
Yeah, tough night for him. Not able to fill the strike zone the way we wanted to, the way he wanted to. 3-ball counts, got behind in hitters, and then when he came in, they made contact and they hit some balls hard at him. That found holes. The walks. But again, we're gonna need this guy. I know it's been a struggle. It wasn't a good one today, but our job is to continue to support him, and he's gonna play a big role here in the next few days. So counting on him, you got to flush this one, and then be ready for whenever we give him the ball again.
When you say big role in the next few days, that means bullpen maybe?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, where are we at nowadays? Like, we got to take it one day at a time. Maybe he starts a game, but it's just we got to get there. So
you've been saying that you need him, you need Minaya, but you're not getting the version of those guys that you are expecting to get. Is it still sustainable to keep him in the rotation or even use him out of the bullpen this next week?
We're going to get the best version of themselves here pretty soon. And again, like I said, I think all hands on deck when we're talking about who's going to start, who's going to come out of the bullpen. How can we get 27 outs and give us a chance to win a baseball game? And I know those guys will step up. They're too good. It's been hard for them. But again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if those guys get big outs for us here pretty soon.
When did you have in your mind that Diaz potentially 2 innings tonight?
After he got done that first inning, 13 pitches, off day yesterday. But this guy's been on the mound for 5 days. I know I was asked the other day why I didn't send him back out. It was after 3 days that he touched the mound. He threw that day. He threw on Sunday. Like, it's pretty much 4 days in a row. And then today, like I said, where we at now, we're gonna continue to push those guys. But I just thought, tie ball game, top of the order coming up for them. We had our guys coming up for the 9th. I needed to give our offense another chance to score runs. I'm glad that Alvi hit that 2-run homer there. I stopped with Diaz, and once he was pitch efficient, I checked with him, and he's like, let's go, and I gave it to him.
Carlos, just back to Alvarez for a second. I mean, every time we've asked him, he says he doesn't even really feel like he's in pain with the hand stuff. Do you have a sense of what exactly he is playing through on a day-to-day?
I have no idea because, and he doesn't look like he's. There's been a couple of times that he gets jammed on a foul ball, and you could see the face, and we all feeling that pain for him too. But he goes away right away, and it looks back to normal. It's just pretty incredible. It's hard to describe, and this guy's rock solid, man.
Carlos, what do you think of that moment though, where he turns to the dugout after hitting the home run? Motions to you guys, just the emotion that he plays with.
Yeah, I mean, that's who he is, and we feed off that. Guys love it. As a team, we need that. We need that spark. We need that energy, and not only when we're getting big hits, but just overall throughout games, and just for him to do it in that moment, we all felt it in the dugout, and he's special.
Obviously, the Reds lost one everything. How much scoreboard watching do you actually do when you're in the dugout?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there's so much. I'm managing it. I'm trying to piece it together since the 2nd inning. Like, I'm not looking up, I found out they lost after the game. Still, we got to continue to control our thing here, continue to win baseball games, and, we'll see what happens.
How big of a lift was it for the bullpen just to do what they did after the short outing?
Huge, starting with Brasso, and for him to be pitch efficient in those early innings and being able to get us through the 5th there. And then, you start matching up. Stanek was good. Soto was good. Rogers came in, walked a guy. They ended up scoring that with a single. But then Rayleigh coming. Rogers going back out for another inning, for a second up. That's another guy that we've been asking a lot of, just like everyone else. And then Rayleigh coming in there and getting that lefty with two guys on. And then Sugar, with 2 innings there, shutting it down. Huge. Like I said, at times it's been a struggle for those guys, but we believe in them.
How delicate of a balancing act is that for you? You know, the first of 6 games, you know, knowing what's on the line, but also knowing what's, you know, in front of you guys the next 5 games here.